Mothers make invaluable contributions to our lives, often while balancing the demands of career and family. From efficiency to persuasiveness to delegation, many of the traits that great mothers cultivate and practice every day are being leveraged at home and at work to lead teams and run successful businesses. In this spirit, I invite a dear friend and a power woman, Bhavna Shah, who is the regional head of the Malaysian Palm Oil Council for India and Sri Lanka. She's an independent director of Ruchi Soya Industries Limited. She's a veteran in trade and market development. She manages product promotion, sustainability, and industry policy environment in India. Besides being a gem of a person, she has also been featured by Business World in 2018. And what a wonderful article also I saw, Why Women Make Great Leaders in the Corporate. She was featured by Yahoo India in 2018 as one of the 7 women achievers. Emerged as the first woman to receive Globe Oil Person of the Year award for overall contributions to the vegetable oils trade and industry in 2018. And the list goes on and on and on. Hi Bhavna, how are you doing today?
Hey Rajat, I'm doing very well and I'm so happy to be here with you today. Thank you so much for having me over to this chat, this conversation.
It feels amazing. I mean, talking to speakers like you, to friends in this environment, it is so amazing because we get to learn so much.
Well, it's great. It's great to be here with you, and especially because you're doing such fantastic work. I've seen some of your other interviews too. I saw your articles, your website. To me, the way it looks like is, sometime back, even in corporate world and everywhere, we spoke about IQ. But that's a thing of past. It's EQ now. And today, with the amount of stress, leave this corona situation aside, keep this COVID pandemic and lockdown aside, but still, we've been facing so much of stress, challenges. People are in a rush. I don't know for what. There's so much pressure on kids, parents. So I think what you're doing is will be bringing a lot of sanity to people, especially teenagers. That is the future. And that age, when they get confused, they don't know where to go, and most important, whom to look up to, who to talk to. So that is a very, very crucial role that you are playing. And I know you're writing a book. I'm totally looking forward to it. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is nothing more fulfilling and than, I find it such a fulfilling experience when I'm working with teenagers and I'm working with parents. When, teenagers have so much to share. They want to open up so much, speak so much out. Somehow, unintentionally, teenagers say that parents don't understand us, and I just want to bridge that gap, and that's been my mission. Because if we can bridge that gap, the children know whom to go to in times of trouble.
Absolutely.
Right? Not going to the wrong sources, but coming to the right ones.
Exactly. Yes. It's a very delicate stage. That's the time it's very easy to fall into bad company or fall into wrong direction. And at the same time, they're bubbling with ideas. I have a teenager and she talks to me like, she comes up with these kind of situations. She tells me one morning that, Mom, what if the coronavirus, that is real life and we all are robots and there is a malfunction? I mean, these are all very creative ways of looking at things, and now I have to either shut her up, but that won't be right. That's curbing their creative thinking.
Yeah.
let her come with ideas. Let's see where this goes. You never know. Star Trek has launched the television serial that we grew up watching.
Mm.
Has launched so many fantastic inventions. So it
Yes.
started with just a wild, crazy thought. So why not? So I think it's a beautiful stage, and you're doing fantastic work.
Thank you so much. And it also
Hmm.
always feels very humbling and very proud when you see your students going to
Yeah.
with children who were shy. They are speaking in front of 100 people. There was a teenager who had initially come to me for something else. Today he's a teen entrepreneur, and he's one of the
Wow.
persons I'm interviewing. And it's so amazing to see
Fulfilling. Yeah.
when so fulfilling, and the way they use their mind, their out of box thinking. It's simply amazing.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Yes, I can understand. I can relate to it. Yes, very true.
Yeah. So, being a mother, I would like to ask, what is that one thing that motherhood has taught you about being a better leader?
Um, well, a lot. I would say it's just that here I'm working with a mini universe, and there I have to deal with a bigger, platform. But ultimately, these learnings help me leverage all my skills: patience, delegating tasks, prioritizing. But most important, what I learned is with motherhood, what I learned is when to hold on and when to let go.
Wow.
Especially when my kids are now growing up, and I have like a teenage daughter, and the older one is out there in the university. Um, Same with workplace, where till what point, till what limit you can do it, and then you just let go. No matter how big or complex the problem is, how much you can deal with, how much you cannot. You have to set that line. And that is something I learned from with my motherhood skills.
Beautiful. And I think that can make a great title for a video now. Where to hold on and where to let go.
Yes, very true.
It's so
Actually,
relevant. It's so relevant and so beautifully said.
yeah.
Bhavna, you're a mother, a senior corporate leader, a speaker, a supporter of women's rights. There's so much success that you've seen in your life. What are the challenges you faced to reach to this success?
Uh, See, to be very honest, I don't know if this is success or I've arrived or whatever people say. I really don't go by any such yardstick. I am not too sure what do you call success in today's day and age. If you call materialism as success, then well, but to me, it's not been easy. Um, People may say, when they see you jet flying all the time and traveling and moving and talking at various platforms, but it comes with its own set of challenges. Uh, I, the way I have played with my career is at times I take a step in front, then I have to take two steps backwards. There are many opportunities I had to let go because I'm a woman. I mean, it was not like someone forced upon me, but those were choices I had to make. I had to decide what's right, what's wrong at every stage in life. So there were times when I had better opportunities, but I had to reallocate. I had to move to another place. I had to move it. Now, do I move alone? Do I take my family? There are always challenges,
Mm.
And with travels, now, of course, my kids have grown up, but earlier, when I used to travel, people would tell me, oh, it's like today I'm here, tomorrow there. But for me, it's not just packing my own bag. I have to make sure I have to do packing for kids back home. That on what day, if they have certain class, certain school, certain events to attend, what they should be wearing. So for me, packing and unpacking is not just my packing. I had to plan so much for the family. So there were too many challenges, and there still are. Um, I don't know. Many a times people say that it's easy, It's like, but frankly speaking, for a man, if it's a race, they too have challenges. I'm not saying, there's fierce competition out there. There's competition, there are challenges, there are external factors. But for a man, if it's a 100-meter race, then for a woman, it's a 100-meter hurdle race. So it's double the challenges we have.
So true. Yes, in fact, yeah. It was, in fact, there was this, I was coaching two parents at that point in time, not of the same, two children, two parents. So on one side, there was a woman corporate leader, and the other side, there was a man who was a corporate leader. Okay, they're both corporate leaders, yeah. And the man just wanted to, as you were saying, he wanted to relocate to Amsterdam. And he's, being in the corporate setup he is, he wanted to be coached on overcoming the guilt of leaving his family initially and going there. Okay. Right. But he wanted to go there because his dream was that, his goal was that, and he's achieved that goal.
Right.
On the other hand, there was this woman corporate leader, and she has been delaying. She's got a chance to go and move and stay in London. And she's been getting that chance for a long time, and she's been refusing it because my child, my husband, how do I manage schooling, so many things. Yeah. And I mean, I don't want to judge anyone, but somewhere it becomes a thing of convenience that a man can probably conveniently go ahead with it, and a woman has to think of 100 things. And it's been 3 years she's not been able to go yet. Yeah, it's like that. Wow.
There have been times when I got a call for some very something that I've been wanting for a long time, and it was some other destination. So first thing, when I share with the family the happiness that I got a call from here, and I could see their faces, like, the children, like, what about us? So it's difficult how to share, how to break this news with them, how to gently tell them, look, it came, but I am not taking at this point in time. So yes,
that happens. That's so much there.
And these are choices, not like someone says, tomorrow if I say, okay, fine, you can go ahead and do. But again, like you say, if that guy had to go for counseling, I don't know what or how I would react. So that's the time we need to rethink our priorities. What do I really want? My first priority is my children, then I want a career, or do I want a career first, and then, so each one has to decide their own priorities. So there's not one rule that fits all, not one size that fits all.
I was really taking this forward, what you're talking about, and I read your article in Business World, which spoke about why women make great leaders in the corporate. And there were two things that were really highlighted there. One was about gender equality, and one was about glass ceiling. Now, how do you think that as parents, we can be role models for our children so that they understand gender equality? Although I see there's still those gender stereotypes we have today. Boys, boys, the color boys wear, the color girls wear. Boys getting into the kitchen, though I see a lot of little chefs now who are boys, and I actually feel very envious of them because I also want to learn cooking. So it's like that. So what would you like to say about that? I would really love to hear your views.
Yeah, you're right. I'm also myself seeing a lot of changes. Like there's this experience center or learning center, which is like a fun way of learning for kids, called Kidzania. Right now they only have two centers in India, one in Delhi and one in Mumbai. But that's where I saw young boys, they're trying to make chocolates or making cookies, and that's a good thing. It's early on sharing with them. So talking about teaching kids about gender equality, I think we can't really teach them when they grow up or when they're adults and we tell them what is right and what is wrong. I personally feel it's a matter of perception. And perception starts very, very early age, at a very early stage in life. From the age of 2 to 3, they start distinguishing, it should start from kindergarten because it goes in such subtle, unnoticeable ways. Like you see, when kids are playing, if a boy is playing and he gets hurt or something and he's crying, a gender thing is, "Arey ladka hoke rota hai." Boys don't
Boys
cry.
don't cry. Yeah.
Boys don't cry. That's a wrong thing. He's hurt and he's crying. He wants your attention. He needs help. And generally, what you see is a girl will be complimented for her looks, for her neatness. So there's a soft way of, gender bias happening there already.
Mm.
So I think I do remember in my school when I was a kid. Uh, Generally, it's seen in if you are from a some school or if you're from a convent school. When you say farmer, so for a convent school, you've seen like a dungaree clad farmer, a male burly guy standing in front of a barnyard. He's a farmer.
Yeah.
And many other Indian schools I've seen a dhoti clad farmer or a farmer sitting on a tractor and his family is behind. But it's a subtle way of putting it that farmer is a male. That's how your mind is reading. The child is understanding that farmer is a male, like postman. That profession is almost on its extinction right now. But
Mm.
postman, right? We call it a man itself because it's only a guy. It's supposed to be a man.
Yeah.
So early on, no one told you what is a man, what is a woman, but it just goes into your psyche that male dominated area, women dominated area. In fact, there is this fantastic study by FAO. Uh, he said about 40%, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the right numbers right now. I think, yeah, there was by a United Nations Food and Agriculture study, which says that about if women farmers are given the same access that you give to male farmers, we will get 20 to 30% more yield. Imagine what it means for a developing country like ours. That means 4% more food production.
Yeah.
Okay, let me answer this a little differently. That would mean about 100 to 150 million people not having to go hungry to bed.
Wow. 150 million people. Not
Yes,
wow.
100 to 150 million people will get food. We'll be
Yes.
able to produce more. Women farmers get the same access to resources like their male counterparts. Women also make a very substantial number in farm sector. But we unfortunately somehow think that, male, because women going to mandis, weaning, or weaving, these are all farm related jobs, and mostly done by women. So numbers are humongous if you sit and look at the research and studies. So it's, I think, about time we realize and give the right access to both genders.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Amazing. I think that's an amazing observation. I love the statistics you mentioned. 100 to
Yeah.
150 million people would not have to go to bed without food if we can have the women manpower coming into picture.
Yeah. Why do you call it manpower?
Women power, yes. See, the stereotypes are so strong.
See, it's very subtle, unnoticeable way it
Yeah.
just goes on.
Yeah.
So,
Beautiful. Beautiful observation. Thank you for that.
yeah.
Now, see, I always say that, as you said, the role of mothers, homemakers, or the ones in the work industry. I feel very blessed that I have a mother who's mother and sister who are two very strong women, and I'm right now speaking to a very strong woman also. Who I think they have all the leadership qualities anybody can think of. And what they emphasize, I think what really takes the cake away is the quality of empathy. They have so much
It's,
empathy. They understand what you're going through, and they say a mom has that sixth or seventh or tenth sense. I don't know what. She just knows there is
she
something
knows.
wrong, and you will get a
Yes.
call. And Rajat is so. When I was in Mumbai, I was doing my MBA from there. I was in studying in KJSuma in Mumbai, and I got a call one fine day, and she's like, "तो ठीक है ना?" मतलब she generally says it, but that it was with a lot of concern.
Hmm.
And she was right. I was having a little bit of fever that day. And I mean, how
Hmm.
they sense it. It is like telepathy. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But what happens also, like I work with a lot of mothers and teenagers and mothers who are homemakers. So
Hmm.
although they're doing everything for the family, managing their in-laws, managing the husband, managing the children, managing temperaments of so many people, not
Yeah.
easy,
Not
right?
easy. Yeah.
But at the end of it,
Hmm.
it seems like the most thankless job to them, because they don't feel good about themselves. They feel they're not doing enough. They feel taken for granted by their own children. I mean, what would you like to say to them?
Yeah, it's very very unfortunate and sad that they don't know their self worth. I've done many events and programs, especially for women's groups. Uh, I like Rotary and Lioness Club, etc., etc. And many a times when I see some of them are invited to introduce themselves, they themselves speak so apologetically when they're introducing themselves that I'm so and I'm just a housewife. And I feel like, why just a housewife? A housewife is never just. Now, just because of this COVID pandemic lockdown, when people are sitting at home, they are so frustrated. So imagine these housewives are home all the time. That is their life. For us, it is because of circumstances. So how can a housewife be just a housewife? Again, let me share some research, some
Research.
survey. Yeah, I like to speak with numbers.
Yeah.
That brings a lot of understanding of the
Yes.
sector. What's happening?
True.
If government were to declare housewifery as a sector, they would be contributing over 60% of the country's GDP. There's some very nice study which goes by the name of Women's Economic Contribution through Household Work. This especially I'm talking about a case for India.
Uh-huh.
And here it says their contribution is at about USD 612 billion dollars. Imagine.
$612 billion.
12
Dollars.
billion dollars.
Billion
Their
dollars.
contribution. Yeah, see, they are home management, cooking, that's catering industry, counseling. Most important, raising your child. That's not just raising your child, but forming human formation of human development for the nation, your nation building. You're doing laundry, you're doing homekeeping, cleaning, housekeeping. There's so many departments and sub departments handled by them so efficiently and 24/7. It's not like you have a holiday, you have an off day. So I really feel bad if only these women knew their self worth. Unfortunately, because they don't bring in real money in the terms of like,
Yeah.
salary, cash, they feel it's like, worthless. But the amount of unpaid labor they're putting in, I only wish someone could convey this much louder to them.
And as you're saying it, I realize that whether it's a lockdown or a no lockdown, I believe their life remains the same.
Absolutely. In fact, I saw this very nice WhatsApp forward
Okay,
Most of the
WhatsApp
time
forward
the
and
call.
nice looks like.
Yeah, no, this is no fake news factory, so I am okay. It's become a big nuisance. But this is a very beautiful one where a woman is saying that, like, there was this time when people would ask her, "What do you do all day sitting at home?" She's saying now that people see me from morning to evening, cooking, cleaning, they help me.
Right.
And probably maybe once the lockdown is over, children may go back to school, husband will start going back to work, and things will start being getting back to normal.
Yeah.
But now at least no one will question me, what do I do all day? So I thought that was really beautiful.
It's amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many revelations coming out today. I mean, in this interview, I'm in this conversation we're having. There's so much I'm getting to know. I mean, that
Yeah.
$612 billion is a revelation for sure. The 100
Yes.
to 150 million
Million
people
people.
going to bed without home. If the women power
Yes.
comes into picture,
Yeah. Yes.
wow,
Yeah.
amazing,
True.
amazing observations and amazing statistics over here.
Yeah, Rajat, I don't do all this, interviews and all, but because you somehow got me there, and it's always wonderful talking to you. So, therefore, I decided and I agreed to join you today in this conversation. That I knew that we'll do something wonderful.
Yeah, and thank you for. I'm so thankful that you're here. And it's it's about me and it's about the people who are watching
Exactly.
because they
When you
want.
told me, yeah, because you told me about some certain people, the certain lady who's been cooking and cleaning, and her own children, and the amount of work she has to do, and no one, gives a damn to her. It's sad. So therefore, I was compelled to talk to you, and I really hope we can reach out to all those women out there and in their families too. Probably they may understand things better.
In your experience, and as we talk about the various roles that you have played, which one role has been most fulfilling and the one which you enjoy the most?
Undoubtedly motherhood.
Ah,
There's no two ways, two thoughts about it. Undoubtedly, because it's not one role where I am, we call it motherhood, but it's not like I'm in the driver's seat. I'm also learning from my children. It's so much of fun. I get to learn, I get to be, I get to just, uh, not just about learning about technology or new stuff, but you give them a chance. They're very intelligent. Children have a mind of their own, and there's no doubt about it. I totally enjoy this part.
because even
They're
I
my
feel
best friends. Yeah, they're
you're
my
best
best
friend.
friends. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. And I think children have, in a way, more wisdom than us because
Yeah.
we've still had our life for 35, 40, 45 years, and where those layers have been built up. And
I'm not going to sit and clarify any of those numbers. I'm not
I was coming to that. That's why I gave a
I thought you moving by five points.
range. Yeah, I know you should never ask a woman her age. And so it's like those layers have still not been built up. The belief systems are not so strong. And still their wisdom is more than us. That's why I always say learn from your children as much as you can because that
Yes.
purity, that innocence, that out of box thinking is still there.
Yes. Correct.
It may not be the same as when you held their child first time in your hand, which was such a beautiful feeling. I mean, if you
Yeah.
just reflect on that. And then slowly, of course, as they interact more with the world and people and the things they listen to, their belief systems also start forming. So
Absolutely.
our belief system has become that strong, but they is still there. So if at
Yeah.
that stage, they have much more wisdom than we do, and we should
They have-
trust them because they have everything within themselves to take their own
Absolutely.
decisions. Just
Absolutely, I
helping
agree.
them reflect upon themselves and asking them questions can do the trick.
Yes, asking them the right questions, give them a little push, little turn, that's enough. That is enough for them. You see, for us, we have either failed many more times or we've been told no so many times that we have become conditioned to, we started limiting our beliefs. Whereas they are open. So let them be. Let them learn. Let them have their own failures and they learn from it. In fact, I think this everyone should face failure at some point in their life, and the sooner the
Yes.
better. The sooner the better, because you learn quickly and you will have the energy to come out, come back, and fight back better, much, resilient.
So I'll share a bit of a little story here, not a long one.
Please.
It
Yeah.
was so I basically was born in Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh, and
Okay.
we shifted to Delhi when I was 8 years old. So it was like in
Hmm.
1990 we shifted, and when I came here, I saw a lot of culture change for me in terms of the school, the children there, and the children here. So it was it. So I was otherwise a very relaxed boy, loved to go for cycling on the roads, and in Kanpur I used to do that. And
Hmm.
here somehow I found it very difficult to cope up with things at
Yeah.
school. So
Yeah.
the confident and relaxed boy suddenly became a little reserved because
Okay.
whatever he was doing, his sense of humor
Hmm.
was did not match. Whatever he was trying to put across was not coming across.
No,
So there were
no.
a lot of things
Yeah.
which used to happen with me
Right.
as
Right.
a
I
as a
can understand.
teenager.
Yeah.
And then I think I had a lot of passion within me. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted that change to happen, but I did not know how. And mirror used to be my best friend. I used to make go into my washroom and just speak everything in front of the mirror. And of
Wow.
course, there was my mother. My mother is, of
Yeah.
course, I call her my life coach. She's the only one who could take out things from me at that point in time
Wow.
because she saw that sudden transformation.
Transformation.
And then, yes, I was in front of the mirror. I could not communicate very clearly to my batchmates. They would say
Yeah.
things to me. I did not know how to respond. Gradually,
Mm.
as I went forward and I came to my
Mm.
engineering, I did my engineering, and
Okay.
there, the friends I formed,
Huh.
I started building up that confidence. I finally
Wow.
spoke
Wow.
in. We had a presentation to make. I was really, really nervous, but I still spoke, and I felt so proud of myself that I did it. And
Yeah.
then slowly and gradually, today I can speak
There
to
you
so
go.
many people. I can interact. Speaking to a group of people, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
So it's all within us, and
Yes.
it's just about structuring those thoughts. I used to write. I had a diary. I was like that, and
Wow. No, but
yeah.
that's a
So
very
just want to
great
share
thing.
that.
Journaling is nice. It's a good habit. I'm
Yeah.
sure it helps to not only just crystallizing your thoughts, but letting out emotions. That's also a nice way. And I'm very proud of you. I heard you talk the other day at
Ah,
the Speakers Tribe Global Summit, and you were awesome. You
oh,
submitted,
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. I gave you the sugar cubes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, I got the sugar cubes and I love them. That's true. Thank you.
yes.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
So, I know you have two daughters. One is 17, the other is 22, and one is, of course, unfortunately not with you during these days because she's in the University of Waterloo and she's over
Yes,
there. But your younger one is here. So,
yes.
how is she spending her time these days?
Well, she's total fun. She's helping me with cooking and the household work, and it's a delight to be with. She has so much of energy and vibrancy, and she has hacks for everything. You know how to do shortcut and things that she doesn't like. She's really smart that way, So yeah, so she writes. She's picked up writing lately, so she's been working on some writing these days, and we're enjoying this time actually because I don't know what tomorrow will bring to us. Whether if she wants to follow in her sister's footsteps. So I tell my husband, let's make the most of this time that we get to be. Then later it's going to be by WhatsApp calls or whatever. So right now we're together. We're trying to do the best.
Wow, that's beautiful. And it's very nice and interesting to see the way innovative things children come out with, and
Yeah,
the
awesome.
the way they come out with
Yes.
hacks. That's great. Uh, I would like you to share. No, before that, there's one question that's coming up in my mind constantly, and I've not asked it yet.
Okay.
What is that one? I know there are lakhs of them, but what is that one amazing quality in you that has made you the amazing person you are today? What's that one amazing quality that has made you pass through hurdles and rise up? What is that one quality about you?
Um, to be very honest, right now that you're asking me, the first thing that comes to my mind is self belief. Because there'll be things that'll come and go. Today, my thought process, the way it is, you can't control the external situation. You do not have any control over it. You can't control how people will behave or act with you. So that's not in your control. The only thing that you can control or you can work upon is yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I come from a lot of self belief, and that helps me keep going, and that actually plows in back to me when I can achieve things and get things done. That brings in more self belief. So I think it's a cycle.
Yeah,
And yeah.
it's so beautiful. And what you said also about that, there are some things that we can do something about that are in our control, some things are not.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's very relevant in today's scenario where we are dealing with
True.
this current pandemic. So, a few words from you on people, on how they deal with their emotions during this time.
It is definitely, these are testing times, not just for us here in Mumbai or India. It's a global thing happening right now. None of us have ever seen something like this in our lifetime. So yes, it is very very challenging, and some very disturbing stories also have come out. Like in fact, I saw some video where a man is committing suicide in the US. So it's very very disturbing, and imagine what those people must be going through. So I would like to give a 4 P's formula.
Wow.
First of all, see things in the correct perspective. Don't just think from your little cocoon. If you see the larger picture, you will be able to understand and grasp reality better. Number two, uh, positive thinking. Or I would put positive thinking number one actually, because like I said earlier, you just can't help with what's happening. There's a lockdown, there is a lockdown. So you can't just go rebel and go out. So you are at home. So you are going to be sitting at home. So now you be happy about it. You find positivity, enjoy and do something, or you sit and cry and be sorrowful about it. So to me, positivity always works.
It's a choice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a choice. Number three, things will come and things will go. Think about what is your purpose in life. Even if you're a housewife, you're working at home or you're working out. Forget the gender also right now. For anyone and every one of us, what is our life purpose? Cooking, cleaning, those are all things that will go on in the background. All of us we do our regular things, so that will go on. But what is that big purpose? Take this time, sit back, think, reflect upon what you really want in life, and that will give you some kind of goal, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And last, be productive. Today I'm seeing there's so much happening. Use this time wisely. Like I saw Harvard University is offering some free courses.
Yeah.
There's so
MIT,
much,
Harvard.
yes, there's so much of free data, free time. Make use of it. So utilize this wisely. Any that hobby that you left behind in school time, college, or you could not pursue, pick pick up that trick. Today, everything is available on the net.
Oh, it is.
So read up. There are so many libraries and books that have been opened up for public access. Catch up on your reading, get self-help book. For me, last and most important, stay indoors but reach out more. Call up your family, friends, whatever, whoever you want to talk to. Call up right now. See, all of us are having problem. Now you're talking about some people, the housewives who have to do a lot of work. Think about it. There are people who still have to go out and do work. Essential goods are on. Our industry is working, not at full scale. They have to work under stringent government guidelines, but food has to be on, like flour, oil, sugar, all that is on. So imagine that guy who might be stuck in a factory somewhere away from his family. So he has to work. So so everyone is having a problem. That guy who's away from his family is working. Some people are stuck at home, but they are cribbing. So we all have problems. In fact, I have a friend. She's a senior HR professional, and everyone is talking about these beautiful, positive messages. She shared something very interesting, that everyone's telling that make use of this time, be with your family, but there are families who just cannot get along with each other. What do you do with what do you do about that situation?
Yeah.
You can't even stand being in the same room. So how are these type of people going to play through this time? To me, it's very simple. You'll come out with three outcomes. You try to talk to the partner or whoever you're having a problem with, be it your in-laws or outlaws or your spouses, whoever it is. Try to talk to each other. If that doesn't work, you at least know where you stand. Either you'll come out with positively, you both will forget your differences, come together, or you'll fight and kill each other with it. No, I'm just making light of it. But at least you know where you stand. So you decide how you want to continue with this further on. So you learn some lessons from each other. So I think every situation will have some solution. Giving up hope is a terrible mistake. Do not underestimate the power of hope and human resilience. We'll fight back. We'll come back.
Wow. That's so amazing. I think the things you said, especially the 4 Ps: perspective, positive thinking, purpose, and being productive during this time.
Yes.
That is amazing. And yes, I completely agree with you. It's only through conversations, it's only through talking that you can either resolve a thing or know where you actually stand. And that has been so beautifully put. It's a great time to connect again with your own immediate family. Of course, others too. It could be about connecting with your children again, with your teenagers
Your own
again.
self.
Your own self, reflecting upon your own self. I mean, no better time than this.
Yeah.
You can do
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. On that note, I would really like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking out the time and being here. And I wish you more success, and I hope you keep inspiring people and being the supporter you are for women. You're contributing so much to the society. So thank you so much for being here, and we will speak soon.
Thank you so much, Rajat, for having me. And I told you earlier too, you're doing fantastic job. And one thing I would like to say about yourself, that I have seen your different cases that you've been handling, different clients, um, and why I'm looking forward to your book is that, look, anyone can get a degree, anyone can get those certifications, but it's your empathy that's making a lot of difference. So I think that's an amazing quality that you have, and keep doing that.
Thank you so much. I think
Thank
that
you.
is such an amazing thing that's coming from you, and I receive it completely.
Super. All right then. See you
Thank
then.
you.
Yeah. On that note, thanks and take care. Stay safe.
Stay home, stay safe, stay
Yes.
awesome.
Yes. All right then. Bye.